It's been 20 years since Gorillaz first exploded onto the scene, and hey, don't they look good for it. But all is not hunky-dory in Gorillaz camp since the release of last year's Humans. Murdoch, the band's bassist, was banged up in Wormwood Scrubs for a crime he claims he didn't commit. That gave 2D, singer voiced suspiciously like Damon Albarn's, an opportunity to take back full creative control of the group. So while a petition to free Murdoch gains momentum, 2D has pushed out the Now, the Gorillaz' sixth album, a summery cocktail of soulful jams and breezy boats that we bestowed 4 stars upon in our review. After the apocalyptic house party vibes of Humans, their latest record couldn't be a more different beast, helmed by 2D, with sparing guests, Snoop Dogg, George Benson and US house pioneer Jamie Principle. And that's just how 2D likes it. We invited 2D to the NME dungeon to talk about all things Gorillaz. Hi 2D, with Murdoch out of the picture, you're the leader of the band. How are you settling into the new role?
Hey NME. Well, really, thank you. As they say, some people are born great, and some have greatness lost inside them. I'm the second one. I certainly wasn't born a leader, as at time when I was a baby and no one could really take me seriously, right? But I've grown up a lot lately, and people are starting to listen. I've done a WikiHow on how to be a good leader. I would describe, my leadership style as a cross between Gandhi and, Marge Simpson.
What's been the impact on a band? Is everyone upset about Murdoch being away?
This whole thing has been like a massive meteor strike, but instead of a meteor wiping out our life, it just blew up one really annoying dinosaur. And in its place, we have our replacement bass player, Ace. He's pretty cool. He really respects me. Like this morning, I said, yo, what's up, Ace? And instead of insulting me or pulling down my trousers, right, he just went, please, can you get out of my way? You see? Note the please. So no, I don't think anyone is upset. Except maybe Jakob, the guy who runs the off-license down the corner. He's ruined now.
Do you think you're a natural frontman? Which iconic lead singers of the past do you take inspiration from?
I wasn't always. They used to push me on stage with a long stick or lure me out with a cream egg dangling from a ceiling. Now I don't need either. Although I still like cream eggs, it's my fans that really get me out there now. My 2 disciples. I hear their call and I'll go after them, like Batman when he hears a scream for help. And, sorry, I've forgotten the rest of your questions. As of now, I'm just thinking about Batman.
If the last album was an end of the world party, how would you describe the Now?
It's really hard to describe music without words. That's why we make music, to fill the gaps between words. It's a lot like colouring in. The words are like the lines, and the music is like the colouring pens. But the picture, you ask, it's a kind of space rocket with 2 round thrusters at the bottom and a cone-shaped tip where the astronauts sit, and a little hole at the very top so they can go in and out.
Some people are saying the Now is basically your solo album. How do the rest of the band feel about that? And do you care?
Han Solo has always been a massive inspiration to me. I guess he's somewhere in all my music. But I wouldn't say this album is only about him. Although both share themes of loneliness and isolation, like about a lone traveller drifting through the galaxy without a home. So basically, oh wow, I guess this is my solo album. Cool!
You kind of missed the point there. If the rest of the band were to describe you in 3 words, what would those words be?
Not really sure. Maybe, damn it, no, that's 3. I always mess that question up, I'm sorry.
A few questions for Russell now. Russell, who's on your wish list of legends to work with?
Joan Armatrading, John Shuttleworth. Next question.
What about new artists?
Yeah, I'd like to nominate 2. Rosalia Villa and Rex Orange County.
What did you make of Cornet's 4 new albums?
They're okay. Better than these questions.
No, sorry about Russ. He's having one of his migraines. I'll take it from here. In answer to your question, what did you make out of Kanye's 4 albums? I made a square with them. It's nice.
Your 2010 album, Plastic Beach, was weirdly prescient. Plastic in the ocean is the big ecological talking point of our day. Did you preempt that? What can we do to solve the problem?
I really wouldn't use the word prescient because I really don't know what it means. What I would say is sometimes we can miss a problem right under our feet. I'd been on the island 2 weeks before I realised it was entirely made out of plastic trash. Maybe because my eyes are really bad. I only realised the true scale of the problem when I learning of the tragic truth about my pet sea cucumber, Peter. As Russell read the words Vibromax 2000 from the side, I fell to the ground, heartbroken. Suddenly I felt the full horror of man's impact on nature. Plus I also lost a good friend. But yeah, to solve the problems, we could start by each giving up one plastic thing that we love. I pledge to give up all curly straws, or in fact all plastic straws, but that's more than one thing.
Did David Attenborough use you as a consultant for Blue Planet too?
No, which is a real shame because I thought he was brilliant in Jurassic Park.
What's the weirdest thing you saw washed up on Plastic Beach?
Share.
The Now is a quicker follow-up than we've ever had with a Gorillaz release before. Why is that?
Normally after a big release you feel empty for a long time, but this time I filled up again quickly, like a toilet cistern. But sometimes it's time to smash the cistern, and that's what I'm all about now, making changes happen. And speaking the truth, smashing the cistern. You know, I might get that slogan printed on a hat.
You debuted the album live in Japan. Why there?
I did. Yeah, because Japan is a special place for Gorillaz. It's cool and the fans get us, like our style. They love dressing up as Noodle. I even saw a few 2D cosplayers in mom jeans and black eyeshadow. Really cool.
Snoop's on it. What do you and Snoop talk about between takes?
Well, just normal stuff really. Like, I tell him my favourite sandwich filling, cheese and pineapple, and he tells me, like, one of the ways he could have me killed. We've got quite a lot in common actually. He's from California, I'm from Crawley. Both places start with the letter C.
There's a free Murdoch campaign running online, but some people are saying you're secretly happier with him in Chokey. What's your response to that?
Where is Chokey? Is it near Basingstoke? I'm not really sure what you're on about. I did hear something about a campaign, but I think that was to like make Toblerones back the way they were. It's a real outrage, putting bigger gaps between triangles to save money on chocolate. This is one of the things on my agenda, right? Make Toblerone great again. I don't know why people sigh in anguish when I say that though.
Why did Russell trip you up in the humility video?
I actually don't know. Maybe he was high-fiving me with his foot. Maybe he was trying to warn me about a snake or a banana skin. You'd have to ask him, really.
Not saying you had anything to do with it, but have you ever had any contact with El Mierda, the Mexican gangster who got Murdoch banged up?
I don't mix with criminals. Well, not at the moment anyway. Because Murdoch's in prison. I don't know who this El Mierda is either. But he might have just contacted me on Facebook Messenger. A lot of people add me, and I feel rude if I don't send them a personal reply. I've got like 256,347 messages. It would be good to wrap this up soon. My people are waiting for me.
If you were a Gallagher brother, which one would you be?
I'd probably say I'm Ian Gallagher. But I think what I really want to say is that I'm not a Gallagher, or an Alban, or a Doggy Dog. I'm a D. I mean, I'm 2D. I've got my own music and my own message now. Russ reckons I've got something to say, and I should just say it, so I will. Like, you know, I can't think of anything right on the spot, but that's, you know, what I have to say. Next question.
2018 is your 20th anniversary as a band. How do you still look so youthful?
Oh, do we? Well, thank you very much, you know, you're really kind. You know, I haven't really looked in the mirror for ages. Actually, Murdoch had them taken down from our house because he said they were like a bunch of wankers not able to truly reflect his genius or beauty. But yeah, maybe because we got this brilliant stylist and wardrobe guy called Jamie. Also, Noodle gets some really good moisturisers from Japan flown in.
Do you have any special plans to mark the occasion?
Well, I haven't made any plans yet, but seeing as I'm the leader of Gorillaz now, you know, I'll treat the band to dinner at the finest restaurant in London, Aberdeen Angus Steakhouse. Personally, due to my environmental concerns, I won't eat beef, so I'll order chicken nuggets, medium rare. Then I'll say a few words to the band and be like, hello, and that's all I've got to say. I think they'll be happy with that.
The town you grew up in, Crawley, voted to leave the EU. What are your feelings on Brexit?
You know, Crawley is the doorway to England because of the Gatwick airport, so I think we should be welcoming people into our home, not showing them the door. But maybe you're asking the wrong question. The real answer to that question you didn't ask is to follow your dreams and unfollow them if it all goes wrong. Times are changing, all the time. Now becomes then in the blink of an eye. That's why we called the album the Now Now, not the Now Then, because things are going to change right now. Jesuits 2D, thank you very much.
And so concludes part 1 of the NME's interview at Gorillaz. Please tune in as we check up with bath-bathing Pickleman of Wormwood Scrubs Murdoch Nichols on his feelings of this interview, which he will eventually hear or is hearing us now. Interview bot for the NME signing off.